Daddy, want to call you.
Hey babe, I think the roof's leaking again.
Oh no, not again. Let's fix it. Hi, and welcome to Dad Fixed It. My name is Eric, and this is my family. We're a family of 6 living in the Northeast. As you can imagine, life is pretty expensive. To help us out, I try to fix everything I can around our house to help save money. I'm not a plumber, a carpenter, a mason, or an electrician, but I try my best with what I have. Hopefully I can help you fix something and save you a lot of money. Come along on this journey, and let's learn together. Let's fix it. Welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Dad Fixed It. Today, we are up on the roof, and I apologize if the sun seems a little bright and I'm washed out. So when we bought this house a couple of years ago, we had absolutely no idea how old the roof was, and it's always been a concern of mine. It's like, oh no, is the roof going to start leaking? And unfortunately, a couple months ago, it did. So I came up here on the roof, and I saw that a few of the areas had like around an attic fan and around a couple of the bathroom vents, the old asphalt-based sealant had started to crack and peel away. And sure enough, that was a cause. So I found this amazing stuff to help fix it. And then we had some more small leaks. And I called up my roofer buddy, and he came over and he took a look at it. And he said, well, the roof's not in really terrible shape. He said, but whoever did it, I think his exact words were, did a caca job because they didn't overlap the shingles properly. There wasn't enough spacing in between them. So as the roof has gotten older and aged a little bit and things have shrunk, it's causing some problems. So I found this stuff. This stuff is amazing. It's called Through the Roof. Now, I thought it was a gimmick when I first read about it, but it is absolutely incredible. You can actually put it on while it's raining, while the roof's leaking. You could seal your gutters with it. So I have a few small spots that I want to hit, a few damaged shingles, and I'm going to bring you along to show you how I do it. This stuff is not expensive. It's really easy to apply. It comes in like a tub like this and also in caulk form, and it's amazing. It really seals things up. It doesn't look terrible. I mean, you can see a little bit, it looks like wet spots on your roof. It's not like white or black that's really going to stand out. And hopefully this will get me another 4, 5, maybe 6 years out of this roof before we have to, undertake that huge expense of replacing the entire roof. So if you have a small roof leak, this is the stuff. So let's do it. So you really don't need much to do this job. Just like a sponge brush for the tub. I use like a little old putty knife, caulking gun with the caulk style one, and it goes on real easy. Let's take a look. I'm just trying to get some of the vilest defenders here that are cracked and seams that are exposed. Just lay a nice little bead in there, and then you can kind of smooth it with a putty knife. One thing to keep in mind is this stuff does not clean up very easily, so try not to get it on you or on things you don't want it to come off of. So we have this continual little leak here, and I really hope I can get it this time. You can install it in any of the cracked shingles. If this seam doesn't have enough overlap, I'll just... It really doesn't look all that bad. You can barely see it. See a couple I've hit before. I'll put an extra layer on these. Definitely not ideal, but it's better than having to replace your entire roof. Spots like this where there's just a crack in the shingle, you can use the brush and just kind of fill that in. Yeah, it does leave a little bit of a glossy surface, but better that than a leak. This area has a bunch of problems. What's great is this isn't some super expensive product. I think the caulk style is like 10 bucks a tube, and the big tub's like $22, and you can really get a lot done with it. Like I showed you before, you can see it kind of just looks like a little bit of almost wet spots on your roof. I don't know, to me it's not terrible if it stops things from leaking. Oh, there's one I think I want to go back and hit real quick. This one I just did today. Yep, oops. It's a nice seam. You can definitely be more precise with the caulk, but this lays down a nicer seam. You can see here kind of a couple bag cracks. And one thing I did notice is that it does, after a little bit of time, seem to shrink a little bit. So if you have something really deep, you might have to come back and hit it a second time in a month or two after it's completely dried. So I think we might stop there for today. And then tomorrow, I'll bring you up in the attic. It's supposed to rain most of the day tomorrow, and we'll check it out. We'll see how we made out and if we have to go back and hit anything again. All right, see you tomorrow. All right, well, it's the next day. It rained most of today, and what used to happen, you can see everything stained from where it was leaking for a while. It wasn't a terrible leak, but if you squish this with your finger, you'd see a little moisture. And it appears to be dry. It's great. And then there were some other leaks. You can see down there. Those are dry. Dry. I think this was successful. I'll continue to monitor it and continue to fill in those cracks, but I think through the roof saved the day.